Hey, you're watching Recoil TV. My name is Dave Merrill, and we've teamed up with the Polk County Sheriff Office here in Central Florida, as well as Big Daddy Unlimited, to bring you some force-on-force scenarios. We're not using police officers playing the good guys, and we're not using soldiers playing the good guys. We're taking regular people off the street and putting them in potentially lethal situations. We'll be arming everyone with Glock 17 training guns that cannot accept live ammunition. Simunition and UTM trainers allow for more effective force-on-force training than using dummy, blank, or airsoft guns. And they hurt quite a lot. People have been killed with mishaps surrounding simunitions and UTMs, so this is something we take extremely seriously. Not a single round of live ammunition or even a simple pocket knife is allowed inside the training area. Everyone gets a shakedown and inspection every single time they enter the controlled training. And it's not just once, but 3 times, no matter who they are or how briefly they left. Our first scenario takes place here in the house. Our shoot house here is our house. We're gonna have Brooke is our everyman. She's gonna do what a lot of people do, and she's gonna take off her gun and her other things, and she's gonna put them on a table. The fact of the matter is that while there are some people that carry in a gun in a holster around their house, it is not as common. So let's see how she does.
Who is it?
Hey, it's Victor with Polk in Florida.
With what?
Polk for Florida, like the voting polls.
What can I do for you?
Hey, how you doing? Are you 18 or older?
Yes, I am.
Okay, hey, so we're here from Florida, right, doing polls or whatever for the voting stuff, seeing what everybody, kind of like a census, but just for like a voting thing. Are you interested at all in doing that today? Or?
No, I don't think I'm going to vote this year.
Is there anybody else home, any other adults or whatever that might be interested at the home?
No, not tonight.
No? Why is that? Are you registered to vote at all, or?
I am registered, but they're just at work right now.
Who's at work?
My uncle.
Your uncle? Oh, okay. So you just live here with your uncle, is that it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. So
Can I help you with anything else?
No, I mean, you said, so nobody else is home right now? You sure about that? Huh?
Might want to get out of my house. I'll call the cops immediately.
You know what? Why are you gonna call the cops? We don't need all of that.
What are you doing? What are you doing in my? What are you doing in my house?
Hey, just relax. Put the gun down. You gotta worry about all that.
No, you ran into my house. I think I have a right to protect myself.
You sure about all that?
I think I am.
All right, we're gonna bring our use of force expert down, and then we're gonna go break down this scenario for you.
Okay.
All right, so as Dave mentioned, you came in, set your stuff down, somebody knocked on the door. You were having that conversation at the door, then all of a sudden that subject forced their way into the door.
Yeah.
So your immediate response, once he finally forced his way in there, you went back to get your gun, correct?
Yes,
Or you just
of
left to
course.
that? Once you had your gun, what was the thought process from you not shooting then versus still working your way around inside your house?
Well, I didn't want to shoot him. I didn't want to have to shoot him, but I figured I'd give him a chance to run before, knowing that I'm armed.
Did you feel confident whether or not you were legally able to shoot him at that point?
No, I didn't. I didn't know what kind of trouble I could get in for somebody breaking into my home and me shooting them. The laws are a little unclear, at least for someone who doesn't study them. I don't.
Basically, when he came into the house at that point, especially where we're at here in Florida, he forced his way in there. Obviously, his intent was to harm you at that point. You immediately retreated to the gun and put the gun on him. At that point, since you decided, once you put the gun on him and he didn't retreat at that point, it's obviously he still had intent on doing harm to you. At that point, you were justified in to take that action, or any action had you had the gun on you while you were at the door and he forced his way in. If you had the gun on you, could have engaged him just then and shot him then as well. So the only thing I would have done differently from looking at it is you continue to work your way throughout that room, and he was still extremely close to you. And at one point, I believe he probably could have gotten to you and taken the gun from you. He didn't do it at that point. He was still giving, it looked like you had an opportunity to see what you were going to do, which is what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
And he did do that. It played out exactly how we kind of expected for somebody that has absolutely no experience. Like you said, you do not study up on any of the laws other than probably what you pick up from social media or anywhere else, which we know can be all across the spectrum. But, you still got the engagement and, survived it from that standpoint. So.
All right, Brooke, now that you've talked to Sean, do you have an idea about what you do differently had this happen again?
Yeah, I think that I would definitely keep more distance and react a little quicker. Like I said, somebody's forcing their ways in. I think I have a right to react a little sooner rather than being so hesitant.
Well, the good news is we're going to do it again and see how you do a second time.
Hello?
Who is it?
So, hey, I jumped the curb out here in front of your house. I think I flapped my tire and my phone's not dead. Can I use your phone real quick? Do you have a cell phone or something so I can call somebody?
Say that again?
I flapped my tire out here. I hit the curb outside your house.
Do you need me to call somebody?
If you don't mind.
Or would you like to use my phone?
Well, I mean, anything. Hi, I'm sorry.
Hi.
My name is Victor. No, if you look, I didn't mean to, I hit the curb out here outside your house. Mm-hmm. You have anybody, is anybody else home or whatever that can help me out with this?
No,
push my car out of the way, huh? You say nobody's home?
All right. Let's get this out of here. We can take off our face masks. Sean, what do you think of that run through the scenario?
I think it was much better that time. Now that you understand what you can and can't do, that time, much better. You saw that he came in, you reacted right away, you were better prepared to do so, and that's kind of what we're looking for. If not, what is the alternative?
You're hurt.
You're hurt, and
Taken, you're murdered.
I think Dave brought up the best scenario, not answering the door. I know it's our nature that most people, they want to help people, but we don't know them. You're home alone. You're by yourself, you didn't have to answer the door and be like, no, I don't have, I can't let you use my phone. I'm busy right now. You'll have to go to the neighbor's house,
Well, of course, it makes for a less exciting training scenario, but it's training through stuff like this is how we get better at these things. And so if you have a CCW, if you carry a gun, if you have a gun just for home defense, practice doing it. Practice training, do some run-throughs, and that's exactly why we do this kind of thing, because you can't expect that you're going to be a superstar right out of the gate. Now, if you look at your shot placement here, you did a really good job. Winning doesn't have to look clean so long as you win and you get the job done. And I think you've done a great job today, and I imagine when we do this again, you're going to be even better.
I hope so.